Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Minority Men Show. And we are still here with Chris Jackson. And, we've talked about a little bit of American history. We've talked about how we can do things in Africa and invest in Africa. I'd like you to talk, I'd like to go back to some local issues.
Yeah.
And you're a part of the Randolph Action Committee. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And there's something going on in Randolph right now with the school system that I'd like you to talk about, if you wouldn't mind putting some information out about that.
Sure. Currently, Randolph has one of the largest ethnic community in the state.
And I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson, we're talking about Randolph, Massachusetts.
That is correct.
And it's ethnically diverse right now in Randolph.
Ethnically diverse. Okay. Unfortunately, the school system is one of the worst in the state of Massachusetts.
Why is that?
Well, because there are certain folks on the school committee who have decided to put into place certain programs that are not in the best interests of the advancement of students of color.
For example?
Okay. Well, for example, last year they came up with this plan where students of color, if they were to misbehave in class, the teacher could call the police before calling a parent.
Wow, that's interesting.
That seems like that's a whole different topic. I mean, that's a
wow.
Mr. Jackson, that's a topic
Mm-hmm.
that the Minority Men Show needs to talk about.
Yeah. Oh,
we got to talk about that next week.
No, we're going to get
definitely
into that. But what else have they implemented over there?
Well, the school committee consists of majority people of Anglo-Saxon descent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there are two minorities on the school board. Okay, now the public school system had a superintendent of color recently who left. Dr. Santos was his name. He came and put into place certain curriculums that he thought would improve the grade levels of the entire school system. Okay.
Yeah.
He was working closely with the state to change how things have been done. And so certain board members didn't like those changes because they felt that if those changes had gone into effect, that it would have brought about rapid changes which would have been in the best interest of students of color. See, there are students that come from Boston, what do you call it, busing? There are students that come from places like Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan. Okay. Some of these kids come from homes with, problems. Notwithstanding, that's why the school administration is there to help these kids, not to treat them like they're criminals. If you want them to improve, you have to work with them. You cannot create situations that will make it difficult for them to succeed.
How did it get to the point now where they're saying, okay, you know what, we're not even going to have a discussion. We're just going to call the police and we're going to get these children arrested?
The Randolph Action Committee have been very active lately. We have been engaged in public schools officials and law enforcement to see if we can find solutions to these problems. Okay, for the fact that, again, Randolph has one of the largest diverse community. Unfortunately, most of the residents of Randolph leave Randolph and come to Boston to work. So people are not engaged in what is going on in the community.
I just think it's really sad because I'm assuming you're saying the Boston residents that go to Randolph are part of the METCO program, which is a program that buses Boston kids to other neighborhoods so that they can have a higher education. But if you implement having the police respond instead of the parents first, that's what these kids are facing in their own community, and that's not giving them a different educational or experience.
Yeah, you're setting the expectation to be the system.
Exactly. Instead of natural resources, which is their family.
And Mr. Jackson, we're going to have to get you back on the show so that we can talk more about the Randolph school system, because you just opened up something new. Yes. But can you give the audience members some information to contact you?
Okay. I can be contacted at my phone number is 781-915-9774. My email address is satsa1@gmail.com. Let me spell it. SATSAONE@gmail.com. My organization is called the Sub-Saharan Africa Transnational Strategic Alliance, and our vision is to encourage minority-owned businesses and mainstream United States businesses to get involved in the trade and development of Sub-Saharan Africa, because that's where, again, all of the opportunities are, and there are incentives, there are funding for people to take advantage of who wants to grow their business overseas and here.
Mr. Jackson, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you.
Really
What's a pleasure.
Appreciate the information. Really appreciate the conversation, and we will be bringing you back so we can speak more on Randolph.
I look
you have
forward
anything to say to finish up?
Yeah, I just want to say, Mr. Jackson, we really appreciate you taking the time out on this beautiful Sunday. And if you want to leave some information with us, if a caller calls in or an individual wants to get in contact with you, we have that information readily available so we can pass on to them, because we want to promote positiveness. Is that a word? Yes, it is.
We'll make it right now for the purposes of time.
Yes,
that sounds right.
But Mr. Jackson, thank you once again for being on the show, and we're going to take a quick short commercial break. This is the Minority Men Show. If you have any questions for Mr. Jackson, email him. We will have his information on our website. All right, so stay tuned to the Minority Men Show. We'll be right back.
Can't stop me, I'm ready, ready.
Welcome back to the Minority Men Show. Once again, we would like to thank Chris Jackson, president of the Sub-Saharan African Transitional Strategic Alliance Incorporated, for being on the show and talking about his business, and also bringing up some social issues too. I mean, that was very interesting, that stuff going on in Randolph, and I mean, we're definitely going to have to get back to that.
He packed some stuff in an hour, a lot.
Absolutely.
To have us thinking about.
Yeah, that's some good information. So now we're going to transition to a little something else, man. There's been something going on in the news lately. Everybody's had their say on it.
A little lighthearted, right?
And and now it's time for us to get our turn on it. We're talking about the situation with the VMAs recently with Miley Cyrus and her performance. There's a lot to be said about it. But we like to start off with Blue. Blue, I know that you wrote something about it, and we're going to have it up soon, public, right?
It's already up. It's been up.
It's up now.
It's on our Facebook page if you definitely want to take a read to it. It's pretty good stuff. So, and Blue's about to give a go, right?
Yep. All right, Miley Cyrus, the slumlord and the pedophile's daydream. If dancing with black people makes you cool, then Miley Cyrus is a space goddess. If grinding booty against the crotches of entertainment alpha males such as Robin, What Was He Thinking Thick, and 2, Bringing the Black Race Back with Chains, makes you the new top diva, then crown her the new queen of Babylon. She doesn't even have to be able to dance, especially dance. Slumming is a white folk tradition, caught in clubs and trips to Harlem, a dangerous pastime, something to brag about to co-workers the next day. Now its scale is massive. White and black teenagers fall for misconceptions of what it is to be black. Anything that's positive that is African American is thrown away in the bathwater, the baby itself. American men are addicted to the easiness of white girls, which lays a misconception of Caucasian women as a whole. This rationalizes rape, porn, prostitution, but what disturbs me the most are the themes of pedophilia. Miley exploded out of a giant teddy bear, her transition from child star to woman sex symbol. But there should be no phase between girlhood and...
Dang, that is deep. Dang, Blue, you're hitting it right now. I'm sorry, go on.
There's a lot we got to talk about there.
I know.
But there should be no phase between girlhood and womanhood that involves lewdness. The show was meant to appeal to children and horny adults. I'm not against sexual media, but you don't keep the Kama Sutra in your child's bookcase. The media weakens us with lusts. It's a control method. Why do you think internet porn is available to children? It doesn't take an engineer to disable safe search. Why